What's up? This is your boy Super, and I'm playing No Man's Sky. It's one of my favorite games, and they just released a new update, No Man's Sky Sentinel Update. No Man's Sky Sentinel brings a vast array of new features. For full details, visit nomansky.com. Four new varieties of Sentinel make combat more exciting and strategic. Sentinels are smarter than ever, with improved navigation and the ability to deploy shields. New weapons offer advanced capabilities such as enemy paralysis and damage over time. A new mission chain deepens Sentinel lore and introduces personal robotic companions to fight alongside you. Ominous Sentinel pillars contain new stories, secrets, and the power to sabotage Sentinel patrols. Multi-tool slots have increased from 3 to 6, and companion slots have increased from 6 to 18. Hello Games has been hard at work to improve and expand No Man's Sky. We hope you enjoy. Thank you so much, Hello Games. Another free update. This game, they're just insane with the amount of free content they give you. For that reason alone, you should probably just buy the game. Even if you ended up not liking everything you played, the time you took to discover and explore something new would be worth your money alone. So much stuff they could be giving away. The last videos were community expeditions, as you can see from the save. Let's start a new one for the Sentinel update. Download failed. Creates a permadeath. Sentinel update permadeath. Said that you're in a computer simulation. Other people and yourself are called travelers, and you're referred to as the iteration. And when there's just lots of clues in the story, it's a simulation, computer simulation, and the Sentinels are enemy robots that control the simulation. And it hints at that they're the ones in control of it, and they shoot you to damage yourself. From dogs to giant mechs the size of skyscrapers to little floating cubes like the companion in Destiny. Well, now. Multi-tool inlining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete. Toxic protection falling. Toxic protection falling. Technology installed. Toxic damage detected. Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling. Toxic protection falling. Product constructed. Toxic damage detected.
repaired. Toxicity levels critical. Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling. Technology recharge. Toxic protection stabilizing. Toxic protection falling. Critical damage taken. Life support power low. Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling. Toxic protection falling.
Open world game. Here's or at least Planetary chart leads us to the hermetic seal. There's some spaceships. Activate.
Navigational data received.
Looks like it is pretty far away, actually. 920 units. Well, regardless of whether we wait the storm out or not, we need to recharge our hazard protection before we go. There's also a pre-programmed storm later on when you have to build your first base in a tutorial type mission. And so instead of building a large, well thought out planned base, you have a storm coming, so you gotta build the smallest, easiest shack as fast as you can. Love it. We have plenty of sodium, and I haven't even announced the storm yet, so I think we'll be fine. It's got an auto torch system, that's pretty cool. We'll need to get some oxygen to recharge our life support.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
The scanner needs to recharge. Where's the storm at? They removed the storm? Those red dots are animals we haven't scanned yet. If we scan them, oh, that's a plant. We scan the red dots. There we go. Oh, it's a rock. Now we've got one. They become green paws. And you can't scan them again. Sodium. Oxygen's kind of far away. There's some carbon. Oh, we got 2-for-1 special today. This is actually condensed carbon. You get carbon from pretty much destroying any plant in the game. And if it's in the crystals, it's condensed carbon, and you can. Oh, now the storm is coming. See about on the hazard meter in the bottom left corner of the screen? And we found a cave too. That's pretty cool. We should at least recharge our hazard protection down here, I think. We can't get in here. There's no crouch button. It's recharging anyway. Everything is randomly generated, procedurally generated when you create a new game. And like a certain radius around the player will be generated, and then when you reach the border of that radius, the next area will be generated. Okay, we're not close enough to the hole. That's what she said. Ha 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 ha. I've got like 300 hours in this game. Actually, there's only 3 games that I've played as much as this one. I mean, only 3 in total, counting this one. There's Dying Light, the original, Fallout 4, and one more. Just this one, I think. Just those 3. Damn. Each of those, well, this one's the only one I've never finished, but I've played it for 300 hours. That should tell you something right there. If you can play a game for 300 hours and not finish it. Dying Light 2 I played and beat 3 times. Fallout 4 played and beat 3 times. Just couldn't get into Skyrim. I did get like 40 or 50 hours into it. I didn't beat it. But I just lost interest, I guess. Like my top 3 favorite games. I know I've seen Assassin's Creed Valhalla and how it can go on for 80 freaking hours, but I
Toxic
don't really
protection.
like it. It's just
Technology.
there's no character to it. There's no story really. I'm not interested in any of the characters. Not interested in the gameplay loop. Encrypted navigation data. We got our hermetic seal. We can go. See if we can get some oxygen. It's kind of more important than sodium at the
Life
moment.
support power. Low.
As soon as we finish repairing our ship, we'll never have to worry about oxygen or sodium again. Speaking of that, we should be looking for some things we can sell so we can buy the batteries instead of the sodium to recharge our hazard protection and the support gel instead of the oxygen to recharge our life support. And then once you start buying those things, the game's a whole lot easier. This is a really frantic first hour.
Suit power cells completed.
There goes the life support. Good thing we were looking for oxygen. Okay, now let's head back to our ship. See if we can find some oxygen in the way or things to sell. The more money we have, the less oxygen we have to gather.
Toxic protection. Falling.
They pretty much always start you on a paradise planet, so you'll never be. Resources are abundant. Just got nanites from that container. Return to the ship and continue repairs. Yeah, like so many people say, the best advice you can get in the beginning of a game of playing this game, a new game in this one, a new player, is to immediately find a cave when you first start the game.
Toxic protection. Falling.
'Cause it's just so hectic and fast paced. Finding a cave really helps you out a lot. Especially if you choose normal difficulty or survival or permadeath.
Technology
We're
recharging.
down to like 260, 270 sodium. We don't have very much oxygen at all.
Toxic protection. Falling.
We're gonna need like 130, I think, to build the things we need to build to leave the planet, or something like that. That's why they give you that 40 at the beginning of the game. Or that, look, it's between 40 and 70, I would assume. You only get 4 plants. All right, really low on oxygen. Let's see, we have 32 oxygen. If you were by not sprinting, you might save yourself a death or two in survival and permadeath. And by not using your jetpack until you're sure you have enough oxygen. And
Toxic
even after I
protection.
had 100 hours and I still died by lack of oxygen in a new run. Because I played my first run for so long, I wasn't well versed in starting new ones.
Repaired. Repaired. Technology repaired.
Now we need dihydrogen jelly. We can make that from the dihydrogen we've collected. We got 21. We already have a dihydrogen jelly, so let's put that in our ship here, our engine, our launch thruster. Pure ferrite. Now, in order to get pure ferrite, you need an advanced mining laser, or you need a personal refiner. They're gonna make us build a personal refiner. And to build a personal refiner, we need 30 oxygen and 1 metal plating. And for 1 metal plating, you need 50 ferrite dust. And we only have 40. Small rocks. Get rid of the small rocks. I don't see any small rocks. Well, something over here has to have ferrite dust. That's pure ferrite. We can't get that until we get the advanced mining laser. There's something with ferrite dust. 10. The 10 we needed. Now we can construct a personal refiner. Let's put it closer to our ship. We need metal plating? Oh, damn. Forgot already. Now we can take, we've got to fuel it with carbon. We can take the regular ferrite dust and turn it into pure ferrite. And we need 50 pure ferrite? I'm not sure. We can also take this rusted metal we've been collecting from the containers and refine that to ferrite dust. It says we need 50 ferrite dust. It's going to take a little bit. We've got 18. Two. Two more. Done. All right. Now with the pure ferrite dust, we can repair our ship, right? Oh wait, we need 42 more pure ferrite dust. Need to refine the regular ferrite to ferrite, pure ferrite dust. Luckily that's a lot quicker. It's not counting the 8 we already have. Stop at 42. Pick that up and repair our ship. Get the hell out of here. Let's go. Off to the stars. Now we're out of fuel. Might as well refill it. We discovered this galaxy. Or we discovered this solar system, the star system. There's only one galaxy in this game. Test flight controls. R2 is thrust. Okay. It's not registering. Okay. Test boost with circle. Got it. Alright. Pulse engine with L1 and R1. Done. I know how we can get some money. In asteroids you can get gold, silver, platinum, plus fuel for your ship, anomaly detectors, gold nuggets, tritium is for fuel for your pulse engine. Silver. Tritium hyperclusters are like condensed tritium, so you get a lot more. That's a beautiful sight there. Like the color of the planet in the background. Yeah, we gotta answer our phone. I'm not alone. Follow the broadcast and strangely as it began. He gave you some coordinates. Input the coordinates.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Use your pulse drive to warp to the coordinates. Okay. Looks like it's on this glacial planet. So instead of toxicity, we have to worry about freezing to death. And that's what we use the sodium for now, to repair our I don't know, our personal heater we have in our suit. I don't really know. Land and press L2 to scan for the signal. We can't be pressing L2. Weather is wintry. Aggressive sentinels. Told us new planet discovered. Press start to upload and rename. It's not what I want. I want the objective. See in discoveries, you discovered this planet. You can upload. You can upload and rename the planet for some nanites. There's no multi-transactions in this game, but that's like a currency within the game. Find the signal source. Activate a target sweep from the analyst visor. We're aligned, but we're 190 units away. It's over here. We're gonna need some more Starship rocket fuel. This is the main ingredient. $130 units away. Life support needs to be recharged. We got one life support gel. We're running low on oxygen. Okay. Here's some oxygen for us. 100 units away. Here's some containers.
Ground protection falling.
Rusted metal. We got a new item discovered. Gek relic. In this container we got some sodium nitrate. We got save and chart waypoint. Save your location and chart your location. You got a hostile animal chasing us here. Dead now. This is where our objective is. Decipher the signal. It's just the previous iteration of what we're assuming is ourselves. Left us something to help us along, but they were struggling to survive and ended up ultimately dying. They give us blueprints for a terrain manipulation tool, and that's what they want us to build. That goes in our multi-tool. Press square to add install technology to your multi-tool terrain manipulator. Requires one carbon nanotube and one dihydrogen jelly. That should be pretty easy. One carbon nanotube, one dihydrogen jelly. Terrain manipulator. Oh, we need 2 carbon nanotubes. Okay, we had enough for 2. It's complete now. There was a deposit of metal. Oh, I think we ran too far away from it. We need to gather copper. To get copper, we just hover over these icons and it tells us what resource deposit there are. We're gonna die. Okay, so there's one 300 units away, a resource deposit of copper. Hate when it planets. Sodium deposit. That might be a worthwhile venture. We'll hit up the sodium deposit and then the copper deposit. And we'll get this oxygen on the way. We could always sell sodium as soon as we get to the space station to buy the batteries that serve the same purpose. Our terrain manipulator can harvest these resources. It doesn't look like I'm using it properly. Why can I not switch the size of the mining beam? You used to be able to switch the reticle for the terrain manipulator between small, medium, and large. And if you use the small one, you gain more resources. If you use the large one, you gather less resources, but it mined faster. And the medium one was self-explanatory. And now you can't change the size of that. That's new to this update. The weapons/sentinel update. Get a moderate amount of resources and a moderate amount of mining speed and no other options regarding. So we need a copper deposit now. I was looking at this one over here. It's pretty close. Man, we're running so low on oxygen. We need to get to the space station and get this money. But the copper deposit will help us with that. Yeah, we really can't change the size of our beam now and gather endless amounts of resources. Which makes the game look a lot more professional and balanced this way. And of course, the gathering resources was a side objective of a side objective in the game. You know, there's a full story quest that you venture off from and just gather resources on your own. It's not that big of a deal, I think. It's like we've got all we needed. Let's head back to our ship. Sentinels are chasing us. They look the same so far. We're gonna freeze to death.
Extreme cold damage detected.
I was in the middle of playing Dying Light 2, but I'm always happy to come back to this game. It's such a great game. I know there's probably going to be people upset about that terrain manipulator thing. You saw how fast we did it. It took less than a minute. In the old mechanics of it, you could have sat there for like 20 minutes and walked away with like 1,000 copper. And we only got 200. It's a major change there. Now we've got to put down our personal refiner again. And refine the copper into chromatic metal.
Technology recharge.
Now we got 450. We did get a lot. There was 2 stacks, one for 212 and one for 250. So we got 462. 462. Can we craft any of these? We can't craft any dihydrogen jelly either. That stuff, dihydrogen's almost everywhere, so we should be able to gather some of that and make some life support gel. What are you gonna do, you little turd? Look at you. What are you gonna do, you little turd? You don't scare me, neither do you. Look at you, you're such a cute little thing. They give you garbage resources. There's some chromatic metal. We need to build a base computer, so we need 30 chromatic metal. Might as well refine it all, that stack at least. It's cool. We did get a lot really quickly. That's a big improvement, really. The better thing to do would be wait to place your base computer and build your base until you're by a building with a trade terminal, so it'll make your game a lot easier. We don't really have time to be particular about what we're doing here. We're around 45 minutes in. Inventory's full. What can I get rid of? More dye. That's what we picked up from killing the creatures. Need to get some oxygen. Minor settlement. That might take us a little bit to find. Yeah, but it would be totally worth it if you just started a new game. Wouldn't ruin your game either. There's a building. Well, the icon for a building. I don't see any building. Looks like it's just a waypoint. Not much there. Let everything load. Another building. Unknown building. Come on, minor settlement. Or trading station. Looks like it's just a beacon. That'll lead us to another building that has a distress signal, I believe. That's not what we need. We need something with a terminal or a vendor. Lots of glowing things down there. At least we saw our first change in the update. Terrain manipulator. Yeah, but it was such a small part of the game. It didn't need to be stretched out for as long as it did. It was a real time consuming activity. When they first put the terrain manipulator later in the game, there probably wasn't, of course there wasn't nearly as much content as there is now. This sucks. I don't think we're gonna find what we're looking for before the end of the video. This is a building. It's like a shelter. There's no trade terminal here and there's no people. So it's not really beneficial to us. We have to build our own shelter regardless of where we land or go. So there might as well be a trade terminal and people there. Another shelter. Bummer. Another building. Does look like they've improved the loading a little bit since the debut of the next gen upgrade. Nothing here. Oh, there is a person there. There's a guy walking around. He's not a vendor, and there's supposed to be a crash ship by him, I believe. Why is he just standing out in the middle of nowhere? That's weird. Another building. This is an interesting place because it has a landing pad somewhat. We're fucking gonna get stuck and die on the building here. Yeah. That's not gonna help us in the beginning of the game at the moment, but it'll be useful in a little while. There's another building. Kind of far away. Wow. Weird. Dynamic music, is that what they added? That was weird. If we go slow, the music fades away, but if we go fast, the music's all fast paced. So this is a trade station. It's difficult to build a base close to these, but it's better than nothing. And this is the most important thing while we're doing this is this little ball right here. You can buy and sell things, and this is what we're going to use to replace oxygen, and this is what we're going to use to replace sodium. So we need to sell some things. We can sell the jade piece for 5,600. We can sell, that's all we have to sell. Wow, I thought we had more things than that. Let's see how many we can buy. We can buy all their life support gel. We can buy some of their ion batteries. Probably most of them. 20 of them. Okay, we should have more. We're just not close enough to our ship. Well, we should have more. I don't know if the chromatic metal we should sell, the marrow bulbs, feline liver, the Gek relic. Why couldn't we sell any of this? How do I move to the next page? So, okay, I got it now. You have to use the D-pad. Before I thought you could use the right stick to move this menu up and down. Maybe I'm misremembering. Yeah, now we have $54,000. That's a decent amount. We can buy all of their ion batteries.
Product received.
Okay. Plus, they do sell sodium and oxygen. That's cool. We'll buy all their oxygen and we'll
Product
buy all their
received.
sodium.
Product received.
They got phosphorus and starship fuel. That's cool. We're just about out of time. And that's how you survive. The extremely hectic and dangerous starts in No Man's Sky.
Thermal
So
protection
this is how you
deployed.
autosave. You enter your ship and then you exit your ship. This has been your boy Super playing No Man's Sky, the Sentinels
Thermal
update. I hope you
protection
enjoyed it. It would help
deployed.
me out a lot. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.